And the point is that we need to face a lot of ethical questions at the moment. And as I mentioned before, the funny thing for me is that looking at what the European Union Commission and also the WHO and also the NHS, for instance, NHSX, for instance, in the UK is doing, they are very much concerned over issues related to handling information, handling bias, handling the way we are trying to find a generalistic optimal solution. But the funny thing for me is that this question is being raised right now, but it's been there for 100 years.
Yeah.
So why you don't ask these questions to the doctors, for instance, when you hire a doctor? It's funny because you ask now to the model, like, how do you handle like a subsample of the population? I don't know, young ones, old ones, vulnerable ones, minorities. Why don't you ask this question to a real doctor?
It's the same, because the statistics always existed. It's a constraint, it's a representation of data. So the tech or the AI or the ML is the scapegoat, but actually we're seeing is the same. It's the same. The fingers of the scapegoat. It has, you know, if you all is. I like this way you said about the constraints. And then it's applied to ethics, bias, but at the end, it's how you put constraints and you. Well, I don't want to use the word interpret because you said there's all a definition about interpretability, but I understand. This is very interesting. Yeah.
But I think there's a secondary question here then, no? Is why not ask those questions to, or why not ask those very specific questions to a doctor? And I think that we move on to the topic of accountability. So there, you know, I think you must be seeing this quite often, Nico, or at least in your past, but on your past experiences. But there's always a question of if something goes wrong, or if something is misclassified, or if there is some sort of output, especially in a critical system. You're looking at in healthcare, or you see this with autonomous vehicles, self-driving cars, and so on. This idea, if something goes wrong, who is held accountable? And in the case of machine learning, was it something in the data? Is it the practitioner? Is it the person who writes the code? Is it the person who signs off the code? You know, so it's a little trickier, right? And I think that's a very pressing issue going forward, as well as machine learning expands into some more and more systems and domains.
Yeah, but okay, two more things to defend